My name is Owen Rensland, and I made over $50,000 at the ripe age of 17 doing door-to-door sales. I made over 6 figures traveling online at 18. What caused all of that to happen was one thing that my mom told me when I was a kid. Let me explain. I'm going to be flat out honest with you, and you might not want to hear this, but everything in your life up to this point happened because you chose it. And here's what I mean by that. Your current situation, your success, your failures, your breakthroughs are all a direct result of how you think and how you act. It's hard to understand this, but nobody is responsible for you. It is all you. Everything in your whole life is because of the decisions that you make. And the decisions you make comes from how you act, and how you act comes from how you think. It's all you. I was at dinner the other night with my family, and my brother's going to become a doctor, which is incredibly awesome, super successful. But he had some shortcomings recently, and so I said, remember that, everything's in your control. You can fix things, you can control them. And I didn't understand this because I've been in this space for so damn long, but people actually don't believe that they can control their entire current situation. That blew my mind. I had no idea because I've just been so up this lane of just complete self-independence and controlling everything that I do, controlling my inputs, focusing on my outputs, getting the results I want. And the thing is, it's all on you. It is all on you. So in this video today, I'm going to promise to show you a mental model that can completely overhaul and change your whole life and put you in control. And not only that, become the person that can actually achieve your goals. Something that's interesting that people don't understand is that you in your current state right now, you will never achieve your goal. Ever. Okay? And I know that sounds crazy, but how could you? If you were the person that would achieve your goals and that can achieve your goals, then you would have already achieved them. So you have to change who you are. So in this video, I'm going to teach you how to change who you are and to become the person that can achieve your goals with ease. All throughout your life, ever since you were a kid, all you do is process information. You take it in, whether it's from sensory, your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, or imaginary, where it comes from your head, assumptions and memories. And now these experiences shape you ever since you were a kid, right? These experiences compound into your beliefs. So everything you experience, everything you take in, everything you hear from others, everything you think of, everything you imagine, all of your memories, they turn into either a positive or a negative belief, right? It's not either definite positive or definite negative. It's scales, right? There's so many different variations. How you think of making YouTube videos could be completely different on how I think on making YouTube videos. The same goes with every single thing. That's all you are, is just a ton of beliefs. Because of everything you've ever learned in school, everything you've ever heard from everyone you know, all you are, think about it, is just a ton of beliefs. That's all you are. And now what all of those beliefs make up is your self-image, which is who you think you are. And your reality and your day-to-day is simply just a reflection of that self-image. Now this is where it gets crazy. Everyone says this and that about the Matrix and the Matrix programming them. Now what's crazy is that people actually have programmed you. Because we know this now, that all we are is just a big pile of beliefs. That's where our self-image comes from, and some of them that had to come from somewhere, and that, right? And so all those beliefs comes from those experiences and those assumptions and those memories. And the people that instilled these beliefs in us are our teachers, our parents, our family, our siblings, our friends. Society and everyone else has unknowingly programmed all of their beliefs inside of you. Growing up, everyone tells you, be yourself, just be you, stick to your roots. All of this stuff just solidifies your identity and doesn't allow you to change. This is honestly the biggest tragedy of our entire generation, is that people get so trapped into this certain identity that they just cannot see a different outcome for themselves. And they'll never even think to question it at all. But once you become aware of this concept, you will see it everywhere around you. And that concept is self-solidification. It's the reason why I hate people saying, just be you, just be yourself. It's okay, yeah, sure, maybe be more authentic, but don't consciously solidify your identity and actively prevent yourself from changing. Change is a good thing, and people don't see that way. And like I said earlier, if you solidify your identity, you will never ever achieve your goals, no matter what. To break this illusion, you have to map your beliefs. Here's how to do this. You want to open up a piece of paper and map out 3 to 4 things that you want to achieve, and then ask yourself, what current traits, habits, beliefs, and skills do I currently have in order to achieve those goals? What do I currently do? What do I currently have? What do I currently believe? And if you do that, now after you write that down, write down what traits, habits, skills, and beliefs that you think you need in order to achieve your goal. And these are going to be different, because like if they were the same, then you would have already achieved your goal. You know what I mean? Only once you've broken that illusion and you understand what kind of traits, skills, and habits and beliefs that you have right now and which ones you need, then you could start to understand how to change into that. Everyone says this, but like I want you guys to understand that change happens one thing at a time. One tiny small shift every single time. Because like how you do one thing is how you do everything. So it's really important that you change one small thing at a time and become the person that doesn't have to force success, but someone that just naturally succeeds in the first place. And you're probably wondering like, okay, great, Owen, like you said to transform, change one thing at a time. Like, well, how do we actually do this? First of all, remove the fear of judgment completely out of your system. Once I did this, I started to see people follow suit, which was super interesting. Like once I removed the fear of judgment, I started posting in a certain way. I started traveling. I started working more. I started to only do things because I wanted to do them instead of what other people wanted me to. And so it's really interesting, because once you remove this fear of rejection and this fear of judgment, you completely change as a person, because then you can truly actually do what you want. Like I noticed that once I broke that seal, especially like in my school, everyone was following suit. Whether that was someone made a YouTube channel about like some trading that they were doing, someone made an Instagram account about some sport activity, like people started to break out of the conformity shell as soon as I realized it, as soon as I started going out of it. And that was only because I could remove that fear of judgment. A quote I want you guys to remember is that your reflection of others is always just a projection of yourself. Other than removing your fear of rejection and judgment, the other thing that you can do is to make the work the goal. Okay, not the dollar value, not the success, not anything. Just make the work the goal. My definition of success is doing what you said you were going to do. And if you constantly make the work the goal, the money, success, impact, reputation, validation, like everything will come from that work. But that can only happen once your identity aligns with the result. My favorite technique to elicit a ton of change in a short period of time is to do a self-transcendence packet. This concept originated from Sam Ovens, an entrepreneur that founded School, and this packet is extremely powerful to changing who you are and to becoming the person that you want to become. It teaches you about feedback loops, about oscillation, about all these things, about fear of rejections, how to actually feel your affirmations and actually experience your new reality becoming. I have it pinned right here, obviously, because I go on it quite frequently. And this is my self-transcendence packet. Every single stage in entrepreneurship, when I changed a lot and made a ton of rapid change in my life into the next level and to become the next person that could achieve that goal, I created a new one of these packets every single time. So if I go back on my old self-transcendence packet, what's interesting is that you'll find that in my old self-transcendence packet, I had pictures of all these things that I wanted to aspire to, I wanted to get better at, that I wanted to have, and I didn't even realize it, but I actually like have all of the things. Like it's crazy. Like 2 years ago I made one of these, and I put an apartment in Florida. I'm there right now. I put this certain watch. I bought that watch because I liked it at the time, not even because I remember I put it on my packet. Like these things have just a weird way of showing up in your life if you consistently do this every single day. And so what you want to do is create one of these packets. Now the first page is stuff that you want to feel, that you want to experience, that you want to actually achieve. And I made this right before 2025, because in 2025 I want to achieve all of these things. Right? I actually think that all of these are very possible, and I believe truly that I will achieve all of them. And so here's what this packet is made out of. It doesn't matter what is true, only what you believe is true, because with work that will become true. Your thoughts create your beliefs become your reality. The universal theory of everything and the master algorithm of evolution is beliefs cause actions, actions cause results, results cause feedback. Like, you have to intercept your own algorithms at the belief stage, so then you can take massive action with your new beliefs, experience your new results, listen to that feedback, iterate, reiterate again and again and again, each time to perfect the process. This is how it works. This is how you change into that person. You intercept your thoughts at the belief stage. And the way to actually do that is through a packet like this. Where you are in life, your current situation, it's all your responsibility. You built yourself and your life, and it's you who's solely responsible for where you are right now and where you got in the future. There's no external force, person, or thing against you. It's all you. Remember, we already went over this. We are not the highest version of ourselves, which we can imagine. We are the lowest version of ourselves, which we can accept. Understand that you will do nothing to achieve your dreams, but fight like hell to not breach your standards. If you want to achieve your dreams and goals, you must turn them into irrefutable standards. Be constantly aware of your own patterns of existence. As humans, we're constantly in conflict between the person we are right now and the person that we want to become. The two selves are often at war with each other, constantly fighting back, creating a wave-like waveform of cyclical patterns. And those patterns are what keep us... Those patterns are completely normal, and they show up in every area of our life. If I show you my sleep scores for the past 8 months, it's strange how cyclical it is. So you need to understand that everything in life is cyclical, and you have to take notes of the lows and the highs and look for markers to warn you when things are going down, so you can readjust and fix them and keep them going well. And that way you catch yourself, you can correct yourself. Our minds are an on and off system, and we're programmed over time to believe certain things, and our experience of reality is simply a result of those beliefs. In the beginning of this video, I told you my mom told me something that completely made me succeed in sales. And the funny thing is that when I was young, she constantly told me growing up, when I was in middle school, when I was in elementary school, that I was really, really good at talking to other people and really good at communicating with people. That belief and that experience of constantly hearing that created a belief in my head that I was a naturally good salesman. And so I started door-to-door sales. And because of door-to-door sales, I was like, okay, I'm really good at sales. Let me just do sales online because I want location freedom. I did it, and it worked because I believed I was good enough at it. When we experience something or think of something, we stack a rock on a particular set of scales, either positive or negative. So each belief is a scale on whatever side has the most rocks on it. That's what we believe. What we believe is our reality. How you can influence this is that every time you experience a new reality or experience something, stack the sides, whether it's positive or negative, into that side, and over enough time, that'll reiterate, and you'll actually begin to believe those things. For example, let's say I go to a bar, and in that bar, I'm thinking constantly in my head, I'm like, this is not it, this is not it, this is not it, this is not the move, and I keep stacking rocks into that negative side of that belief. Then over enough time doing that, I just won't go out because I hate it, right? Be constantly aware of our mental feedback loops. What one thinks about is what one thinks about. A circular relationship where cause creates effect and effects bends, but I feel like I can memorize. I feel like I have this stuff memorized because I read this packet so damn often. Mental feedback loops can build you up to the best in the world or break you down till you consider taking your own life. So you got to make sure to catch the downs and feed the ups. Mental feedback loops are everything. Most people's character has become so strong and defined that it's reversed the roles and pulling the strings on its own master. Crazy. You have to pin your character down, define exactly who it is, what it's capable of, and then figure out what you really want to achieve in life. And then see if you're fit for the job. And if you're not, which is 100% going to be the case, because you haven't achieved it, so you have to design one that can. Because once you do that, then it'll achieve it with ease. But you have to make the conscious decision to grow into it. Otherwise, your strings are just going to be pulled. You have to understand that you're changeable. So this is the daily ritual in the self-deep packet. It's exactly what I said before. Agenda, so to speak, here. Wake up early, go through morning workflow, read this alchemy of self-transcendence from start to finish. Remember, you can change your reality if you change your beliefs. All you are is a result of your programming. Never forget this. Look at your vision board, who you're becoming. Imagine being there, let the positive emotions wash over you. Pour the water. Read your affirmations aloud to yourself. Imagine a situation where each one is genuinely true and make it as detailed and colorful as possible. Let the positive emotions associated with that statement and image wash over you. Reprogram your mind to get what you want. So that's all you have to do, is you just have to reprogram your mind. Take massive, violent action during your working hours. Stop for nothing and work like a beast. Execute your day just the way you planned it. Do exactly what you said you were going to do. Pull the strings of your character and tolerate all pain and fear with a smile. Do the fucking work. Wrap up your day by reviewing the day, planning tomorrow, and finishing evening workflow. Use your war map, identify the constraints and distractions that led you astray from what really matters, which is just growing as a person and becoming the person that can achieve your goals. This is really important. Allow your mind and body to relax for at least 2 hours before sleep. Turn off emails, log your phone in another fucking room, let it charge overnight in a different room. Turn off messages, turn off work-related activities, everything work-related, just shut it off, because otherwise your body will force you to. I have my performance tracking systems in here, and then my identity. I want to create an empire. I want 300,000 plus subscribers. I want to be really good at fighting. I want to have my dream physique, be as smart as Elon Musk, create content as well as Daniel, do all of these things, right? And my story as well, and my manifesto, so exactly what I've done, all of that good stuff. And right now I'm designing my character, like designing the person that I'm trying to become, and these are all of the things that I achieve, and this is it. This is the secret, you guys. Like, just creating yourself, like acting like you're a fucking video game character and designing your character. Like, this shit's fun. And it's weird how if you go through this packet every single day or even twice a day, which I did for a long ass time, these things just become true. You know what I mean? But this is where the real money is made. And this is the affirmations. Like we mentioned earlier, your experiences and your beliefs and your programming all come from, you know, sensory experiences. And so with affirmations, the reason why people don't believe they work is because they don't do them right. You have to feel them with emotion. You have to actually have a thought, and then you have to have an image in your head. And you will get better at this over time. And so what I recommend doing is the psychological clap cue, similar to the Pavlov's dog study. And what you want to do is clap a few times, and every time you read an affirmation similar to these, you feel them, you envision them in your head, you have that image in your head, and you actually feel the emotion. Like, if you can master this and get good at it, like, you will constantly reiterate and change your beliefs and believe. Like, I got good at not judging people by going through by reading this affirmation, like this one right here. I do not judge others. I'm free of the fear of judgment and rejection. Envision yourself not being afraid of that, and then I feel like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Every time I read that, it actually just feels like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders, because I've done it so many damn times that I just kind of trained my psyche to feel that way, and I feel free. Like, that shit, like when you feel it, when you can vision it, when you can think about it, when you begin to believe it, because you're stacking rocks into the right side of the scale for these. And here's all of my affirmations. These are what change you. Okay, so if I want you guys to take anything away from this video, is that you are in control of who you are becoming. Remember the daily ritual, remember the beliefs, and that they cause the actions, that the actions cause the reality, and the reality causes the feedback. The feedback instills the beliefs because of the sensory and other experiences that you experience. And if you properly reprogram your mind, you will find that you can achieve anything you put it to. Anything. I do not believe there's a limit to where I can go. And if you want to understand how beliefs work in sales as well, feel free to check out this video right here. But if you like what I have to say and you want to see how we help current and aspiring agency owners scale from 0 to anywhere between 10K a month and beyond, then go ahead and check it out in the description. And I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Peace out.